These ones always get nuts, especially on this channel. Lock in. Mom horrified after 12-year-old son's confession.
Much better.
When they pull this GPS, will it show that you were at home in your bed, or will it show that you were somewhere else? That's the question that was asked.
We don't even have to watch this. We don't. He's cooked. He's cooked. He's cooked.
You gonna kill my family? What am I supposed to do?
Robert, you don't understand that you're just as guilty if you know who did it and you're not saying nothing. That's guilty by association.
I don't know. Snitching on everybody. If I was gonna get charged.
If I was gonna get charged.
Why did you make me stay?
I said I don't know.
My life is ruined.
Wait, what the fuck
When
happened?
the bodies of 3 teenagers were discovered over a period of several days in the same neighborhood in Marion County, Florida, the police didn't know what to think.
You better, right? Snitching, guys. Snitching is the greatest thing to do. Snitch, man. Snitch. If you see something, say something.
This would set the tone for the rest of the case, as the emerging suspects all seemed intent on blaming each other. The identity of the alleged perpetrator, along with the motive.
Aren't you trying to get me killed? Look, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die an honest man. I'll tell you that. Snitch!
Set the tone for the rest of the case, as the emerging suspects all seemed intent on blaming each other. The identity of the alleged perpetrator, along with the motive for the heartless murders, turned out to be more alarming than anyone wanted to believe. The police first learned that something was terribly wrong just before midnight on March 30th, 2023, when they received this 911 call.
There's a girl laying in front of my road and she's dying.
Okay, is she awake?
She's dying. I
Nigga,
don't know.
what? What?
She's bleeding out of her head.
Is she awake?
She's gargling on her blood.
Oh,
You need to
fuck.
turn her on her side so she doesn't choke, okay?
It doesn't matter what side. Like on what side?
No, just turn her on her side so she doesn't choke on the blood, okay?
Oh, God.
Is she awake?
No.
I don't have an ETA, but they are on the way, okay?
Deputies from the Marion County Sheriff's Department arrived moments before the ambulance. While paramedics rushed to try to save the victim, the deputies tried to get a grasp on the chaotic scene. Within 5 minutes of the ambulance arriving, the victim was on her way to the nearest hospital. The Sheriff's Department was left to pick apart the seemingly inexplicable scene.
She's not responsive? No, not responsive. No, there's no ID, no nothing. Young girl? Younger girl?
Yeah, she was right there, and that's been moved.
She was right there, right?
Yeah, and there's blood everywhere. I was not expecting that.
No. Well, I thought it was going to be BS, honestly.
Yeah, I immediately thought she had got, like, hit by a car. And I seen the big, but I've never seen an exit wound in a head.
Oh, my God.
So I wasn't aware. Oh, yeah. She's laying down. It's all pulled out. I mean, it was.
And she was still breathing?
God.
Rapid breathing.
Oh,
but
my
I don't
God.
know. I don't know.
Medic said she ain't going to.
Yeah, more than likely. I mean, if she did, that's wild.
When police made contact with the 911 caller, they learned that he was just as confused about the situation as the deputies. He only became aware that something was amiss when he got a call from his neighbor across the street.
You didn't hear nothing at all?
She told me it sounded like someone crashed into my dumpster and then there was like 2 shots.
The neighbor in question made her way over to talk to the deputies directly. Unfortunately, what she said only served to make the situation even more mysterious.
So, around what time did you hear? You said it sounded like a gun, like a...
Yeah, it wasn't a loud gunshot. I would say about 20, 30 minutes ago. It wasn't a loud gunshot, but I heard about 4 or 5. And
People falsely report in Florida a lot. What's up with y'all Floridians, bro? No reason. Woke up on a hot-ass, sweaty-ass day. For what reason?
And it wasn't a loud gunshot, but I heard about 4 or 5. And I kind of blew it off casually, and then I just looked out of my window because I did think it was strange with it, how late it was. And I saw the car run into the dumpster.
Mm-hmm.
And once I seen the car run into the dumpster, I stepped out my door. And I seen a man run out of the car down the road towards my yard. And I yelled at him, "What the fuck were you doing?" And then I seen him run back towards the car, take a minute, and I was calling him.
Was he
because
dumping
it was
the
dumpster,
bodies?
And I seen him skirt off into the neighborhood.
You know, did you see if anybody was in? Was it only one? Was there?
I only seen one person running, and it was a male. It had a male figure, had a hat on. I want to say he was like 5 foot, maybe, but it was only one dude running down the road.
This once again tracked with the evidence as police found several sets of footprints at the scene.
Did you hear the crash first, or did you hear what sounded like
I heard the gunshots first.
Where did you?
The deputies closed down the main entrances and exits to the Forest Lakes Park neighborhood, hoping to catch the alleged shooter as he attempted to flee.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the area was heavily wooded, with plenty of places to hide and lots of back roads.
Yeah, he's gone.
This
dude.
made for a difficult search for police and an easy getaway for the alleged perpetrator. Meanwhile, the hospital where the victim was being treated was able to provide some help in that regard. They identified the girl as 16-year-old Layla Silvernail. Her grandparents, who were her legal guardians, were
fucking 16. A literal child. 16. Oh my God.
understandably distraught. Detectives first made contact with her grandfather, Kenneth.
Layla was found, she was apparently with a gunshot wound, and she was taken to the hospital. So that's part of the reason why we came here, was to let you know about her status, but we also wanted to know any information that you had about who she was with yesterday, who she hanged out with.
What's she in the hospital for?
She had a gunshot wound.
Huh?
She was shot.
You're kidding.
No, that's what I told you when
This
I came.
is what I've been trying to tell you. You're hanging around with a crew.
Kenneth
Oh.
hurried to the back of the house to get
The
his
whole
wife,
group?
Lisa. Layla's grandmother only seemed to become more distressed when the detectives tried to ask her questions.
Lisa, come here. Lisa, have a seat right here.
Is my granddaughter okay? Will she be okay?
She's going to be at the hospital. I don't know anything. That's why I still talk to you.
I'm a victim advocate.
This is doing it for me. Oh my God, I hate this. I hate this. I hate. Why did we agree?
I'm here
We
for
can get
you.
through it.
Have a seat for us. We need some information so we can find out who did this, okay?
I'd like to know too.
We
I will go and I will shoot their asses. No.
Listen.
Where was she shot at? Does anybody know anything?
She was shot in the head. Listen, that's all we have right now, okay?
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
Come on, we got.
The situation was actually more horrifying than Lisa knew. Early on March 31st, the morning after the shooting, the police stumbled upon the last thing they were expecting.
What?
Just blocks away from the crime scene where Layla was found,
Another
police
body.
discovered a second victim,
Shit.
also suffering from a gunshot wound. There was little doubt that the two cases were connected, which made the search for the shooter all the more urgent. Back with Layla's
Is this a 12-year-old? No. This is not a 12-year-old kid that did this, right? No, that's not how this is going to go. He saw it. He was in the car. What? Hold on.
parents, the detectives desperately tried to find out who might have been with Layla that night. Since they'd already found two victims, they had to wonder if more of her friends were hurt, or in danger too.
Lisa, look at me. Who was she with yesterday?
She came here with, and I'm gonna tell you everything because I don't like the people she hangs around with anyway.
Okay, that's what we need. That's what we need.
Lisa said Layla was almost always with her boyfriend, 17-year-old Michael Hodo.
Okay.
She also directed the police to Layla's best friend, who might have more information about her activities the day before the shooting. Another name came up too, and it was one police were already familiar with.
And then that runaway girl, Camille.
Okay.
She was with her too yesterday.
Camille Quarles, 16, had been reported as a runaway by her aunt and legal guardian several weeks prior. It was an open secret that she'd been staying with Layla at her grandparents' house, but no one had successfully brought her home yet. When police made contact with Camille's aunt, Amy, she was not shy about expressing her frustration with the investigation.
I did call it in this morning to ask somebody to go through there, and nobody has called me back. I've called 5 or 6 times a day since she's been gone.
I feel like it's good to watch stuff like this every once in a while, though, because we've been pretty desensitized to death because of the internet. But things like this really hit you and help you see that death is a real thing that affects people. Yeah.
Back.
A lot of yapping just to say
I've
that.
called 5 or 6 times a day since she's been gone.
Even worse, Amy's son was hearing all kinds of gossip about the case at school. People were saying Camille had also been shot. The names of the victims and the location of the crime was seemingly common knowledge. Disturbingly, police had not yet confirmed if Camille was involved. Also, they'd not yet released the names of the victims or the location, which meant whoever was spreading this information had to be involved.
And there was another body discovered this morning in that neighborhood.
Okay.
I want to know if it's my child.
Okay, the second person is not Camille. I can't identify who that person is, but it's not her.
But there's also a third coming up.
The second victim only made the case more dire, especially in regards to Camille's safety. Frustratingly, the police were still in the dark about most of the lead up to the crime, up until they got in touch with Layla's best friend, Gabby. She was more forthcoming and told the detectives that she'd spent the day with Layla and her boyfriend, Michael Hodo, and several other teens who would soon become an integral part of the case.
Was there anybody else in the car other than you, Layla, anytime during the day?
Camille was there.
This was the second statement placing Camille at the scene of the crime, but disturbingly, there was still no sign.
You think Camille set niggas up? It wouldn't go that deep, would it? It wouldn't go that deep as Camille setting people up now, would it? At 16? Or maybe she's your third body. Frick. The way this is unfolding is actually nuts. This is actually nuts.
Of her. Prior to the shooting, Camille's aunt said she'd caught sight of her at the park once or twice and kept a close eye on her Instagram feed to see what she was up to. Since the night of the 30th, though, it had been radio silence. Back with the detectives, Layla's friend recounted their travels throughout the day and who else was with the group.
We went to Rob's. We went to I don't know if it's abandoned. Do you know what a trap house is? Yeah. Okay, so apparently, this kid Rob, I don't know him personally, but
I don't know why
do.
that was funny.
Okay. They're like friends or whatever, and we went over there and we chilled over there.
Significantly, Gabby said that Layla had been the one driving all day, but the only sign of her vehicle, a white Chevy Cruze, was a tire track left at the crime scene. The police hoped that finding the vehicle would offer some insight into what happened the night Layla was shot.
Do you know his last name or anything else about Rob?
No, I don't really know if Rob is his real name or not, because I know some people know him as Reaper Rob and stuff like that. So
was anyone else there at the house besides the three of you and Rob?
Well, there was this kid 3-5, but I don't know his real name.
3-5?
What's 3-5 look like?
I don't know. He's 12. He's a little kid.
12-year-old?
Detectives knew they needed to track down Rob and 3-5. They started with Rob, who they believed to be 17-year-old Robert Robinson, who was already incarcerated at a juvenile detention facility for a different offense. When detectives asked him about 3-5, he directed them to a boy named Christopher Atkins. Shockingly, Gabby was right. He was only 12 years old. Since Chris and Rob were both minors, their mothers were asked to join them at the police station before any conversations took place. Chris's mother, Ashley, was the first to arrive.
I don't understand. Where the hell is my son? If he being questioned, why the fuck I'm not in there? What state is that on? Where's my son?
He's in the other room right here.
They talking to him?
Not yet, no. They're all getting their stuff together.
It seems she wasn't convinced they weren't already questioning him, because Ashley did her best to hear what was going on in the other room. She wasn't convinced they weren't already questioning him, because Ashley did her best to hear what was going on in the other room. The woman who saw the car hit the dumpster also told police that she saw a male figure running around shortly after she heard gunshots and saw the crash. The detectives decided not to challenge the boys on this front for now, and pushed for the truth on more important matters instead. They started with Rob.
What happened to Layla? Where did they... I don't know. Taj threw Layla out the car and hopped in the driver's seat and started driving.
Rob said Taj repeated the process a short time later.
Taj pulled his body out the car, patted him down the mechanic. He grabbed the mechanic, got back in the driver's seat, and he drove off.
Was that next to Layla where she was pulled out?
No, it was in a different spot.
This made sense to police because the second crime scene, where Michael's body was found, didn't have much blood. There were, however, what appeared to be drag marks leading from the road towards the brush.
Did y'all help him drag the body?
Did you help take? I ain't touch nobody. I ain't touch a body. I ain't touch nothing. I swear to God, I ain't touch nothing. Once they was dead, I said, take me home, man. Take me home.
Yet Taj said that wasn't how it happened.
Rob drives. He pulled Layla out of the car. That's why she got left by the dumpster. He starts driving. He's driving. We go around the corner. He goes over here to Sosa. Sosa had, I think, in his somewhere on him. So he pulled Sosa out of the car. He just dragged him over in some woods or some shit.
And were you driving the car?
No, I was not driving the car. Yeah.
The detectives asked Chris similar questions.
I don't know, the way Rob answering is quick. It's like he got so much emotion in it. It's hard to not believe him.
Did you pull
Taj
him out
like
of the car?
What is Rob doing during all this?
Yiddy with the 10 gifted! Appreciate you, boss man.
What's he saying?
He was like, go.
And what happened next?
Yeah. Then he drove all the way out there in Ottawa. And he tried to put a thing in the river, but I think got stuck or something.
What thing are you talking about? The car. Okay.
Once again, the detectives already had information that would let them know if one of the boys was lying. The search of Forest Lakes Park had finally paid off, leading police to another grisly and tragic discovery.
The third body.
Taj picked up the story again to tell his version of what they did with Layla's car.
We get over here to this lake. It's dark as hell. 3-5 get out of the car. He got out of the car. Rob tells him, hey, start wiping everything down. So he started wiping everything down. He's wiping everything down. The door handles everything. He's wiping everything down. So after he started wiping everything down, Rob takes Layla's phone and Sosa's phone or whoever phones he found in that bit, threw him in the lake, throw him in the lake.
The lake in question turned out to be 5.5 miles.
Right now, it's just Rob v. Taj at this point. Because the thing about, what's that little kid's name? 3-5 is for sure he did anything they told him to do. He's scared because they got a gun, and he's fucking 12. Like, you're doing anything. Wipe the car down, you're doing it. Take the phone, you're doing it. Drag the body, he's probably helping doing it just because he's so scared for his life. So, like, it's Rob and Taj for real. It's Rob and Taj.
Threw him in the lake, throw him in the lake.
The lake in question turned out to be 5.5 miles or 8.8 kilometers outside Forest Lakes Park. But police had no question that this was the scene they were looking for. When they dredged the lake, they recovered the 2 phones from the water, which were determined to be Michael and Layla's. But this wasn't the only evidence they found. Taj attempted to explain what was found as he continued his story, starring Rob as the mastermind of the crime.
He tell 3-5, get in the car, drive the car into the lake, for whatever reason.
When the detectives asked Chris, though, he said he was nowhere near the car at that point.
Were you in the car when it was going in the river, or?
Yeah, I was out. I was trying to run back to my house.
Mm-hmm. You were out of the car. What was Rob doing?
I don't know. I left. I was running back to my house.
What did he say he did with the car after that then?
I didn't ask all of that. I didn't ask that.
What about the guns that were used?
I don't know where those at either.
Oh, it's barely in the lake. Okay. Like when he drives, it might be the 2 front tires in the lake. It might be a little bit more in the hood, but the back of the car, all that is still out of the lake.
That was exactly how the police discovered the car.
Hold on.
What they found inside was more gruesome than they had ever anticipated.
The third body.
Back with Chris, he continued his tale.
Describe to me the clothes that you were wearing that night when all these bad things happened. What happened to them?
Right, he getting too nitty gritty in the details, bro. Too nitty gritty, like way too nitty gritty.
They wanted us to burn him.
Who wanted you to burn him? Did you have blood or something on him?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't think so.
Like Detective Bender said, we processed that car front to back, top to bottom, bottom to top 3 times. 3 days worth of actual forensic work, several forensic people.
Logic, be
I
safe,
don't think
man.
you could have sat anywhere in that car and not got blood on you.
I think it was something on my shoe. I'm standing over here scared as Like, I think it's blood all over me, but it's dark, so I don't know. But I think it's blood all over me.
Rob said burning the clothes was all Taj. Taj, of course, said it was Rob.
But then also the kid said it was Rob, too.
Regardless of who had the idea, the police found the remains of clothing in a burn pile in the forest, including pieces of shoes, sweatpants, and sweatshirts. However, this was not the only clothing item the police discovered intact. Chris's shoes, which he described as Nike slides, were found discarded in the bushes, and a single glove was found near Michael's body. Another was found near the lake. The police asked Taj about this.
So were you wearing gloves at this time?
Yes, I was wearing gloves, because like I said, I was supposed to go pee.
And what about Rob?
Rob was wearing gloves too. Yeah, Rob was wearing gloves.
Taj revealed that the original plan was for the group to go car hopping that night, which was why he was wearing gloves and a ski mask. But police had to wonder if there was a far darker reason the boys brought these items. For
Did they
now,
all
the
plot this
detectives
from the
wrapped
jump?
up the conversation with Rob.
What if they
You
all...
feel a little
hold
better
on.
now that you were honest? Did you need to get that off your chest?
Worse. Now I feel like I just snitched on everybody and
The detective stepped out, but little did Rob know that his night at the police station was far from over. There was a lot more that he needed to fess up to, but for now, he was left alone with his mother.
They might charge you because you were there and you didn't come forward.
did come forward.
I'm talking about when it happened.
I just told him everything.
I'm just letting you know, Rob. You don't
I'm
understand.
gonna get charged for murder, Mama. What was the point of me snitching on everybody if I was gonna get charged? Why did you make me snitch?
I said I don't know.
Alright. What's the point of snitching?
We're gonna ask you to step out now.
Hey, Mama. Wait, hey, is my mama still here?
Yeah, she's still
here. Wait, Mama.
Talk to me.
Okay,
She's talking with someone.
Can you see if they do charge me? Can you see if she can give me a lawyer? I didn't kill anybody.
Hey, relax.
Can you ask her, please?
Rob waited, asking the detective stationed at the door several times to bring his mother back, but she had left to go back to work. Before she did, she informed police that she did not want Rob answering any more questions without a lawyer present.
Okay.
Rob was not on board with this plan.
Is my mama still up there? Hold on. How can I get charged for murder?
Listen.
Can you explain it to me?
Hold on. We got it. We're taking your DNA, okay?
While the police took Rob's DNA, fingerprints, and photos, he continued to ask them how it was possible that he would be charged with murder.
Listen, can I tell you the situation, please?
I heard it. Listen, let them do their thing. Your mama's not here yet. We can't talk to you.
There's no way it
I
was
don't
him,
know how
right?
far.
If it's him, this nigga is just the greatest actor of all time. But at this point, there's absolutely no way. Like he's too emotional about it. He's too convicted, and like his mom said, like he does a lot of stupid shit. He robs, he does, but ain't no way he got the balls to do that.
Yeah, but she is on her way.
Rob's interrogation might have been on pause, but the conversation with Chris remained in full swing. The questions he faced were about to get a whole lot harder.
They executed a search warrant on the house, which they did collect some things, and I'd like to talk to you about those things too.
Mm-hmm.
But because you, because it looked like a surprise on that.
Yeah, like what was in my house that got to do with this homicide? And
I will, and I'm going to tell you about that because, like I said, I'm not going to leave anything out.
It's I can tell you, it's pretty damning. I guess I would use that word.
So, are you serious?
Do you own any firearms, ma'am?
Oh,
Does anyone
nigga,
in your
no.
home own a firearm?
Nigga, no.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure they found one or two.
Nigga, no.
Firearms in the house. And I'm sure you guys have watched CSI, right? We can take a firearm, we can shoot it. That round that you shoot, we can take, and we can put it into a computer
and tell you who got
can actually compare it to other fired casings, like the shell from the bullet.
You think, no, he didn't shoot the gun. Right? Because what if Taj was telling the story that him and Rob did it, but what if it was 3-5 and Taj who pulled the triggers? Because there's more than one gun. Or did they just ask him to hold on to it so because nobody would think to check at his house? Shit.
Other fired casings, like the shell from the bullet. All
these niggas did it.
How?
Reaping. He told me to hold the guns from. Why would you hold guns from when you know something that dumb just happened? That was stupid.
When Reaper gave you these, you think that they're going to be related to this?
I think so.
Describe to me why you think that.
Because he said, put these up, make sure your mama don't find them.
Okay. And the gun that you saw X-Man use, was it either one of those two guns?
I think it was the black one.
Meanwhile, Rob continued to wait.
Didn't kill bro. Didn't kill anybody. Why the fuck be charged with murder? I do not want to be charged with murder, bro.
Eventually, the detectives did come back to speak with him, since he was insistent on saying more, even though his mother did not.
They all got to lie of some sort. Facts. At this point, I'm spilling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. By all means, bro. I'm dying on that hill, man. At this point, there ain't no reason. You already told,
Turn to the station.
All right. So, I explained to you what your mom said on the phone, right? She didn't want us to ask you any.
To kill somebody and then hoe up when you get caught is crazy. Facts, bro. If you gonna have the balls to pull a trigger, boy, you better have the balls to say it was me.
While you're present, you reapproached me a couple times. And you said that you wanted to discuss.
That's why there shouldn't be a no snitching rule. That's exactly why. I'm glad you said that. That's why there shouldn't be a no snitching rule. I shouldn't have to snitch. You should say it was you, because you was the realest nigga ever when you wanted to pull that trigger. You was the realest nigga ever when you wanted to do that, right? So you should be the realest nigga ever to say something. Yeah, of course it was me. Right? You the realest nigga ever, bro. The fuck do you mean?
You approached me a couple times and you said that you wanted to discuss some stuff further, right? I just want to make sure that we're clear that you don't have to answer a question. You don't have to talk to us at this point. But you've stated to me that it's my case. I want to talk to you. Yes.
Because Rob's mom was no longer present, they read him his Miranda rights again. Right off the bat, he admitted to additional involvement.
Taj told me to help him pull the body out of the trunk and throw it in the lake.
Okay.
He grabs it. He's trying to pull a leg. And he was like, bro, it's heavy. I need help. So I grabbed one leg. I tried to help. I was like, bro, it's too heavy. I don't want to do this. Put the thing down. Left the girl in the trunk. Because I told him I didn't want to help him.
Rob went on to tell a long, rambling tale about selling his gun the day before the crimes took place. The detectives hear him out before dropping a bombshell.
Ducky, why would bro hide the gun? If he didn't wear gloves, he's cooked. His fingerprints would be on both the guns they found in his house. Bro, he's 12. He's 12, bro. He's 12. That's why. It's easy to give it to the youngest kid because he'll listen.
So that's an issue because we have that gun now.
No, that's not.
It was at 3-5's house. You said you sold it.
I did. That's not my gun. That one's not mine. That's not my gun.
In addition to this, the police strongly suspected Rob had stolen the firearm.
You might tell the truth that you didn't pull a trigger, but you knew this was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen.
I did not know this.
The detectives had a similar exchange with Taj.
We've sent some of the casings off to be examined already. It's not back, I'll tell you that. Otherwise, we would probably be having this conversation. That those casings aren't going to come back, like he said, to a third gun.
To a third gun, they shouldn't.
Multiple casings were found at all three crime scenes, but especially near the car at the lake. Even if the boys weren't budging on the issue of who shot who, lab tests would reveal the truth in due time. In the meantime, the detectives brought up something two of the boys in particular were probably dreading.
Let's talk about the trunk. Trunk of that car.
Camille's body.
You looking at the trunk, sir?
There's another part that we haven't talked about.
Or a body. We don't know if it's Camille
Trunk.
yet.
Mm-hmm. It was a girl in the trunk. And he told me to open the trunk. And he shot her.
Oh, shit.
Where did he tell you to open the trunk from?
Shit.
He told me to open the trunk from the inside, like the inside.
Okay.
And whenever you pulled that open, tell me about what you saw in there.
All I seen was luggage, and then he said move, and then he shot.
Okay. You said all you saw was luggage?
Luggage and it was like a girl.
And what part of her body could you see? Could you see her feet or hair, her hand? Describe to me
I seen hair.
I did not even know it was another person in the trunk at all.
Okay. So you just riding around and she just in there?
Yeah. I mean, we rode around like that before, though.
Just because there ain't no room for all the people?
Just because there ain't no room for all the people.
When you go to open up that seat, what were you thinking in your head?
Like, what am I gonna do? I don't know what to do. Like, I was confused. I was like, I was thinking like there's a person back there.
This nigga's 12, dude. 12 living this lifestyle, seeing this lifestyle, like 12, bro. Fuck.
Did this person say something? Describe to me what you heard whenever you opened that seat up. What noises?
All I heard was somebody tell me to watch out, and I heard gunshot. 2 gunshots.
Tragically, the third victim was determined to be none other than Camille. Her body was discovered 2 days after Layla was found on April 1st. Like Chris said, she'd been shot twice. The location of her wounds indicated that her death had been no accident. It was highly unlikely that Camille had been shot once in the back and once in the head by chance. As soon as she was identified, law enforcement made contact with her aunt, Amy, for a difficult conversation.
So you probably know why we're here, where we've been investigating the incident that happened Friday involving Layla and the other individual that was found deceased.
You know, it took us a little while because we couldn't positively identify her, so it took us a little while.
Do you think 3-5 will go to juvenile detention?
Probably, right? Most likely.
But, you know, we're certain that it's Camille that is now deceased.
Probably to detectives' surprise, Amy remained stoic. As it turned out, she already knew Camille was deceased.
Huh?
The grandpa of Layla actually came to my house when I found your card, telling me that Camille was deceased, and how are you doing is what he told me. They were talking about
Camille
it at the hospital that
was
Camille was
deceased.
deceased already.
Wait,
I had
what?
a mother call me at
What?
midnight last night that, oh yeah, my phone has not stopped.
While Amy tried to come to terms with the loss of her niece, the detectives at the police station asked Chris more about the specifics of Camille's murder.
What happened after he shot her?
And he closed it, and we left.
How many times did he shoot her?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna.
I think once or twice.
What is it? One
Twice.
Twice? Okay. Do you know what part of her body he shot her?
No,
It's a whole ass Death Note plotline. I swear to God.
I looked away.
As if this wasn't horrific enough, Taj put forth an even more disturbing version of events. Predictably, he insisted he was not the shooter. The culprit he named was spine-chilling.
Who folds the seat down?
3-5, because he was on the side, so he hops out of the car, right?
He folds the seat down?
Flips the seat down, boom, hit her.
What?
Ribs. So he shot her.
Where did he shoot her?
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't see exactly where he shot her at all. And then she's not dead yet. So Rob sees that and he shoots her to make sure she's dead. So Layla got one headshot and then Camille got two because she wasn't dead yet.
For once, Rob agreed with Taj, at least partially. Before his mom left the police station, he told this to the police.
It was 3-5 that did that. 3-5 dropped the seat and shot the girl, and he shot her in the head. And Taj was like, shoot the in the back, shoot the in the back. 3-5 dropped the back seat and he shot the girl.
Three five, nigga, what are you doing? What are you doing, nigga? You're 12. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. This story is a lot, bro. This story is a fucking lot, dude. Shit.
It was 3-5 that did that. 3-5 dropped the seat and shot the girl, and he shot her in the head. And Taj was like, shoot the in the back, shoot the in the back. 3-5 dropped the back seat and he shot the girl. She was still alive. He's like, finish her. So he shot her again.
3-5, police knew, was Chris's street name. Still, something wasn't quite right. After getting this far, the police were not willing to accept anything short of the full truth.
Now, Reaper, Rob, there's a lot of similarities that are overlapping here, but there's definitely a discrepancy that Rob told us about what happened to the person in the trunk.
They're trying to make him the shooter, right? Yeah, that's what y'all leaving out. I mean, be honest. Be honest. We being all being honest here. Just be honest. Is he the shooter? That's what they're saying. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do is just say that. I mean, stop going around it. We know.
Reaper and Taj are probably going to be charged as adults.
They should.
I can tell you that he is not. You, Chris, are not being blamed for those people in the front seat.
In the back seat is what the trunk is the one that
we have some issues with the trunk.
I'm gonna keep it real about. Tell us. Be honest, baby. It's okay.
Because that's you're gonna.
He felt like it's probably like he felt like he had to. Like they were like, he probably gave him the gun and said, "Yo, shoot this nigga." And he's like, "Bro, if I don't, I might die right here. Fuck it, I'm pulling it."
So much better. You're gonna feel so much better.
It's my life or yours, dude. It's my life or yours.
Once you talk about what
he's tell me. Say it. Just say it. He said, if I ain't do it, you gonna kill everybody I know.
So tell us what you did.
He said, AJ, you gonna kill everybody I know. Yeah. Who made you do it? Who is it? Rob.
Oh.
Rob made you do it? Yeah.
What?
He said he gonna kill everybody you know. Well, who is the X-Man? I don't know who that is.
Now, did you...
Just calm down.
Yet again, Rob said something different. Before his mom let...
Nigga, all these emotions just fucking... Is this nigga... Hold on. Is this nigga Rob just been capping us the whole time?
At the station, he had shared this information.
Taj made him kill the person, or he was gonna kill 3-5.
Mm-hmm. Is that what he said? He told him?
He told 3-5, if you don't kill this girl, I'm gonna shoot you in your head.
Let's go on here. He said that he was gonna kill, he would kill everybody you know, and he did fire a gun. Tell me about what you did.
I think I shot the girl. I don't know where it was, but and then he came up and shot her too.
Okay.
Who did? Rob.
Okay. So when you shot her, what gun did you use when you shot her?
The ex dude gave me the Scott.
If Chris used Taj's firearm, that would explain why they only found 2 weapons during the search warrant.
So what this looking like? Rob and Taj both. Like they were in on this bitch from the jump. Both of them knew what they were about to do from the jump. And Layla and Sosa, they were supposed to be your friends, nigga. This is why there's racism. Like, this is exactly why. 2 white people hanging out with niggas and they die. You just brought us back another 50 years, you fucking idiots. Holy shit. Holy shit. And then this nigga, what's the little guy's name? What's the little guy's name? 3-5 is just there like, I thought we was going to get some girls. Now they want to kill me too if I don't take part in this shit?
Firearm. That would explain why they only found 2 weapons during the search warrant. This brought up another question, though, which the detectives had addressed with Rob and his mom.
So that's my concern here, is that you said that Taj was pretty much orchestrated this and was concerned that 3-5 would snitch on him. So he made him
3-5 do that.
But you saying that he was completely fine with you not taking any part of that?
Yes, with me, he just told me, if you snitch, I'm gonna kill you.
With his mom there, Rob insisted that he was innocent. Now that she was gone, though, the police hoped he might be more forthcoming.
I honestly don't think you're a cold-blooded killer. I know Taj, I've dealt with him, and I've dealt with you. And there's a reason I wanted to talk to you. Because I don't think you're that dude. I don't think you're a cold-blooded killer. Taj, I don't know anything about 3-5. I've never met him. But I'm telling you that when the evidence says that you were there and that you shot someone, there is no explaining that.
Evidence is going to tell you that I'm there, but all I can tell you is that I didn't shoot nobody.
Did you shoot Layla? No. Because I got information that somebody that was in their car had a thing for Layla, and he couldn't do it. So somebody else did it.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Hold on. Fuck.
I got information that somebody that was in the car had a thing for Layla, and he couldn't do it. So somebody else did it.
No.
Okay?
No, that's not true.
Your brother's talking. Is there any reason why he would be telling people that you shot one of those people if you didn't do it?
Police likely used this as a tactic to get Rob to talk and hopefully reveal the truth. Perhaps this was how Amy knew Camille was deceased before.
Todd still put up with a mask, though? For sure. And I think it was already plotted. It was already plotted from the jump. I don't think they even had a conversation about like going to rob a place or car hopping. I think they were like, yo, I'm with fucking Sosa and his girl. I heard Sosa got money. Let's pick up Taj. Come with us. We gonna act like we hanging out with them, but we gonna murk them. We gonna murk them.
Or the detectives contacted her. In Chris's interrogation room, his mother struggled to come to terms with what he'd done.
You shot somebody that's dead, boy. What the No, this is a homicide. This is 3 people dead. This is some shit that's serious. You gonna kill my family. What am I supposed to do?
That's why
I understand. That's what we were trying to tell you from the beginning.
Chris, take a deep breath.
Just calm
take a deep
down.
breath.
Fuck,
Now,
this is a lot. This is actually
when
like
you say that
way
someone
deeper than I
threatens
thought
your
it was
family
going to be in the
and
video.
threatens
Holy
you, I need to
shit.
put it in the report. Take a deep breath.
Please tell me, what am I supposed to do?
Chris's mom didn't have an answer to that. She asked one of the detectives if she could step out for a moment to compose herself.
No, he know where I live, and he knows my whole family. He was gonna kill my whole family.
Are you talking about Reaper? Or are you talking about Stavo?
Reaper. He was gonna kill my.
Let's talk about X-Men real quick. I think you know
how old is this guy's 12. This kid's only 12.
who X is, and I think you're scared of him. Rightfully so.
They both said it was gonna kill my family.
Okay.
They both
Yeah,
said
they
that?
plotted that shit from the jump, bro.
Did they
he
ever
was
point
just
a gun at you or anything like that?
he thought he was gonna get girls.
Who pointed a gun at you?
The X-Man. He was like, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. I'm gonna kill you. Then I'm gonna kill your mom.
Rob also told the detectives that he and Chris were in serious danger at the time of the crime.
Let me tell you something about Taj. Taj tell you he finna do something, and you decide not to do it with him, then I probably would have died with them.
So were you afraid of Taj that night? Because
bro, if I did not do what Taj wanted me to do, I would have died that night with them.
Taj is that bad a dude?
Bro,
Taj, on the other hand, claimed Rob always planned to let him take the blame.
If anything, if one of us go down in anything, and Todd, it was you. You did it. Everything. You did it. Legit. You shot everybody in the car. It was not me. If he got caught up, then then he was gonna go find my mama. The whole night I did not have a gun.
Rob continued with his story, claiming that he only participated out of fear.
Did Taj tell you to put the gun to somebody?
But Taj told me
I low-key believe it. Maybe that's the story. This is a lot, right, chat? So maybe the story is Taj came in with a gun and said, my nigga, if you don't help me, I'm killing you too. All right? And yeah, they just all ended up being in on it. Fuck, this is too much.
He told me he gonna kill Sosa. He wanted me to shoot Layla, and then he wanted 3-5 to shoot the girl in the back. I told him I didn't want to do it. Told me if I didn't do it, he was gonna kill me.
You hold the gun to Layla's head?
Yeah, but I tried to shoot it, but it clicked.
Oh, like he said.
Like I didn't have it cocked back. I tried to shoot it and it clicked twice, so then Stavo just did it himself. That's why. My gun wasn't coming back.
Listen.
I'm telling y'all the truth, and y'all still think I'm lying. Like, what I'm supposed to do, bro?
Okay. So how long before he actually pointed the gun?
All right, but Taj said that it clicked back and he reloaded and shot again. He didn't say Stavo did it himself. But he had intent to kill for sure. For sure.
He told you to shoot Layla.
We was already in the car. Like, he put it in his notes, showed me, and then deleted the note.
When was that?
Oh, shit.
How early? How much before?
No, that was like right before it happened.
Did you shoot that girl in the trunk?
In the trunk?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Like I said, I wasn't there.
Oh shit.
T5 shot that girl in the trunk.
But who shot her the second
Still,
time?
the police suspected something was being left
Who
out.
shot her that second time?
Was she still moving after he shot her?
He said she was still breathing or something.
Who said that? X-Man or Rob?
Rob.
Did you shoot the girl once or did you shoot her twice? I mean, it doesn't matter at this point.
I shot her once, and he shot her again.
Chris was talking about Rob. Thankfully, the police were finally getting somewhere with him, too.
You shot her once.
How many times you shoot her?
Once.
You shot her once? Where'd you shoot her?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. There ain't no question. There ain't no question where she was shot. There's you talking about one end to the other. Where'd you shoot her?
Just shot, bro. I seen her and I shot. Like,
why?
Because she was still alive. She was gonna snitch on us all. We was all gonna go to jail for life. I didn't want
about to do the same thing.
If I didn't kill that girl, Stavo was going to kill me. I swear to God. I'm looking at her in her eyes. She's dead.
Finally, the truth came out.
Shit.
Ballistics reports comparing shell cases found at the scene to the firearms found in Chris's house indicated a match. Whether or not there was a third shooter remained to be seen.
Are you sorry for what happened? I did not want it to happen. I never wanted that to happen. Like, I never wanted to kill anybody. I never wanted to shoot anybody. I never want any of that to happen. I just wanted to get a little bit of money.
The detectives made one last effort with Taj.
People already ended up dead because of you guys' craziness.
No, not my craziness. It's not my craziness.
Were you going to rob them and it was like either you had to do what you had to do or a finger slipped and it scared everybody in the car and then it's too late at that point.
Yeah, I feel you, but
that makes more sense than the story that
Who's the ringmaster? Right now, it still seems like Taj. Everyone's blaming everyone's saying Taj is the ringmaster. Rob is just like doing it because he didn't want to die. The kid's doing it because he didn't want to die. But again, we're not sure who the ringmaster is for sure.
they're telling that you planned to
so
kill these
deep,
people.
dude. What the
that from the beginning of the night.
I didn't shoot no gun.
We talked to Rob and we talked to Chris for hours. For whatever.
Chat, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna say this. I can't play a horror game after this. I know we're gonna play abandoned horror games, but please let's table it, dog. We'll play God of War tonight. I cannot. I'm too already on the dark side to go down a fucking horror rabbit hole. I cannot. Mr. Fart Shoe, thank you for the mother freaking sub. I cannot, dude. I cannot.
I didn't shoot no gun.
We talked to Rob and we talked to Chris for hours. For whatever reason, one of them was more afraid of bringing you into the middle of this than they were Rob. So for that story that Rob's this guy that's, threatening everybody, or his people threatening people, or your people, I just don't see that.
But Taj remained stalwart, insisting that he had never used a firearm that night. The detectives hoped that unpacking one final secret could be the key to determining the truth about his involvement. They turned back to Rob to accomplish this. Like Chris and his mom, Rob was also given a jacket to keep warm in the cold police station. But he used it in a less typical way. Even as he tried to get comfortable in the interrogation room, one of the detectives returned to unpack a final secret to try to pull the case together.
The KTM, what exactly, what is it that you guys do? What is it? Like a gang? No.
Oh, KMT.
Did something for it.
KMT.
So, how many guys,
or KTM?
People, consider themselves a part of KTM?
A few of us, me, Gustavo, 3-5.
Rob's list went on, but he only had nicknames for most of the KTM members, not their real names. Notably, Michael, Layla, and Camille were not included.
I was the leader of it.
Chris was somehow even less willing to give up the details of KTM.
What's the deal with the KTM thing? Huh?
Come on, dude, You thought it was a joke, huh? You want to join gangs to be a part of something, bro. It's not a joke,
What
bro.
does it mean?
Kill to...
Cut.
Stop lying, boy.
Cutthroat?
Like you spell cutthroat with a fucking K. Y'all niggas is not just idiots. Throw these niggas away.
Cutthroat. Cutthroat mentality. Does that sound right? What exactly is that? Like just a made-up gang name, or
for sure?
Thanks for that.
One of Michael's close friends eventually came forward, provided the police would keep his identity anonymous, and confirmed that KTM was indeed a gang. His description of their activities was chilling.
Their mentality is a mentality that they will do anything to you and not give a fuck.
Just to get the money?
Yes, just to get the money. Just to get what they want, basically.
With that, the detectives had all the information they needed to move forward with the case. It had taken 8 hours each to get the truth from Rob and Chris. The detectives stepped out, leaving Ashley and Chris alone for a few moments.
Listen, baby, listen. It's not over.
Yes, it is.
It's not over. It's not over. You just better pray and hope that the gun that you shot her with wasn't murder weapon.
Ashley also had some devastating news to deliver that was sure to upset him further.
I'm gonna go to jail. So when I leave him, top. That's I gotta go. So I'm gonna go. And grandma's gonna be trying to figure out something. I'm gonna try to get out of this. When I get out of here, I'm trying to get you home.
Ashley had a warrant out for her arrest, and in order to be with her son while he was interrogated, turned herself in to police. She was charged with possession of cocaine and methamphetamine and taken to county jail.
All right.
Chris, Rob, and Taj were all taken to juvenile detention, and on May 15, 2023, a grand jury indicted all 3 boys. Preparations began to take the case to trial, where they will be tried as adults.
Yeah.
Taj and Rob are both facing 3 counts of murder in the first degree because, tragically, Layla did not survive her injuries. She passed away just days after Camille's body was discovered. Taj also has been charged with robbery with a firearm, tampering with evidence, tampering with an electronic monitoring device, carjacking while armed, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and grand theft auto.
He's done.
Rob had a similarly long list of charges in addition.
You 2 niggas walk in a fucking courtroom? No one's taking you seriously, bro. You're cooked. Like, what?
To 3 counts of murder, including armed burglary, grand theft of a firearm, petty theft, robbery with a firearm, and tampering with evidence. Chris, meanwhile, was only charged with 1 count of murder for Camille, whom he admitted to shooting while she was in the trunk. The other charges against him were dropped, including grand theft of a firearm and burglary.
12.
However, he's now facing an additional charge of battery after getting into a fight while incarcerated.
Oh, come on.
Currently, all 3 boys have entered pleas of not guilty, but the trial is ongoing. What the court finds and how justice will be served for Layla, Michael, and Camille remains to be seen.
I guess you're supposed to like the video after this, right?